Hey YouTube, welcome to the last couple Kaladesh drafts. We've got this one here, and we'll probably have one next week, and then Kaladesh is going to leave us from best of three, and we're not going to touch it in best of one. So we'll go back to playing Zendikar Rising. Of course, if you were here in Twitch chat, you could be chatting with the chat. We're talking about Chaos drafts right now because they're super fun. You could be playing Stream Raiders, and you too could be watching me first pick a very mediocre card. I don't know which one. No, I know which one. I don't know which one, but regardless of what card I pick here, it's not going to be a first pick that I'm happy with. I think it's Ether Meltdown. It kind of functions sort of like a bad pacifism. But I don't want that, and I don't want that, and I don't want that, and I don't want that. That's a possibility. No. No. Definitely not. No. Yuck. Yuck. This is one of the worst packs I've seen. Yeah, we're talking about how I don't like boss fights. So talking about arena economy being shit, not value, on $10 in Moto with some luck and some being good. You've played a ton of Pioneer. Yeah, like Magic Online, because you can keep the cards, because they have really good phantom payouts. Magic Online's not expensive. It's a meme that it's expensive. It's a bad meme repeated by people who don't understand things. Here we get, again, not a great pack, but at least like Rhino, Pioneer, Timing are all better than what that previous pack was. This still isn't a good pack, but at least I'm pretty happy with the Rhino. Rhino is always good. And I mean, we've already got a bit of energy production with this Meltdown here. Queue's taking a bit longer this week. That's why I suspect they are not extending them another week. You still don't understand me in boss fights. I don't think you quite get the boss fights that I'm talking about. I'm not literally saying every single boss fight shouldn't exist, but I'm saying the idea of level boss fight. And the boss is some stupid put damage into it until it dies. And then level boss fight. Put damage into this boss until it dies is outdated. It's from the original Nintendo era, and it's bad, and it doesn't have a place in most modern games. It should not have been in Control. It should not have been in a lot of games. But when you get a game where the boss fights are very interesting and there's some new mechanic or you have to change the way that you play, that's where boss fights do fit in. Yeah, we'll take a Malfunction here. There's also a map and there's also a Pyrohelix, but we'll just take the Malfunction. And I'm still wrong? I disagree. There's a lot of discussion out there about people who also agree that boss fights are an outdated sort of thing. It's like I said, imagine playing Grand Theft Auto and every hour and a half, 2 hours, you had to face a helicopter that you had to shoot at for 10 minutes. And not die. That would suck and make no sense and be very boring and take a very narrative game and put a roadblock in the narration until you perfectly do the 10 minutes of shooting that helicopter for 10 minutes. It wouldn't fit. It's completely outdated. You can put boss fights into Dark Souls or something because it makes sense, because they are well crafted, because there's interesting things going on there. It's not just hit it until it dies before you die. We'll take this Voyager, which is a very nice pass and suggests that we're in the right place. So we could take an Ether Theorist here. It would fit into what we're doing. Subtle Strike's probably the slightly better card, but we'll take the Theorist here. Depending on how you play GTA, that happens anyways because you have 4 stars. Sure. If you play GTA by just blowing stuff up and getting 4 stars, whatever. But if you're playing the game properly, if you're playing the game for the story, if you're playing the main storyline, even then it's not shoot a helicopter for 10 minutes and if you screw up, you die. Let's take the Theorist here. I think the big issue is I just played those Kingdom Hearts spin-offs and they were garbage. We'll take the Leave in the Dust here. So blue is definitely open. Hey, Stream is muted. Well, I said hello anyways. Ancient Sword Rage, welcome. Boss fights are more dependent on gameplay. Story games, it often feels forced into place. I agree. Like Deus Ex is, of course, the biggest example of where they just utterly screwed up by putting those bosses into that game. So there's a chance we have to get out of green. I don't want to. But a Sweaty Bee is a place to do that. I could take the High Spire Infusion to cut green. I think these 2 green cards are so good, we just want to cut green. Play the game properly, WoW elitist. Yep. Damn right. Playing the game the way the game is intended to play and getting brick-walled because of a boss fight is stupid. We'll take the Sage here. But I think the big difference is I play games for experiences and stories, and you guys play games for JRPG grinding, right? Like, I'm I'm at least a decade and a half past being interested in JRPG grinding. Yeah, we'll take a turtle. So the energy deck's starting. I've never seen this much energy in a deck. What's a JRPG? Japanese RPG. You can also just get good, but get good is for Dark Souls, and I like Dark Souls. Get good is not for shoot the boss for 10 minutes until it takes enough damage to die, and its spamming of bullets at you has not somehow killed you yet. There's nothing we want here, so we'll take... Yeah, it doesn't matter what card we take here. We can take a Wanderer. It's not my favorite card, but it fits. But I mean, we're not going to agree on this. I'm pretty steadfast that boss fights in narrative games, the significant amount of the time, don't make sense when they are those boss fights that are just pump damage into something until it dies, and don't die yourself. Ooh, Alley Strangler, sure. We get a Saheeli. Was Saheeli... I don't remember Saheeli being great, right? Scry 1 and deal 1. Not bad. Copy a creature till the end of turn. She's not great, and we've got a Swooper or a Minister. And in fact, maybe I can actually finally do my Minister deck. Swooper is probably the more correct pick. But I want to play Minister, so I'm going to play Minister. Have I tried Red Dead? I loved Red Dead 1. I at some point I need to play Red Dead 2. Heard a very loud noise, but I think it was outside. So yeah, we'll take this Minister. Yoink. You got 60 Rockstar pull tabs and therefore got a free copy of Cyberpunk 2077. Interesting. The champion, like if we could splash the champion in an energy deck, that'd be real good. I think we just take the Attune though. Gives us more energy. It's exactly what we want. It will help us splash something that we can get a little bit later. So I'll take the Attune. You've never played Red Dead because you can't stand open world games. And there goes probably a big difference between us, as I love open world games. Look at the God of War reboot. I never played the God of War reboot. But again, were those bosses just dumb damage sponges that hurled damage at you? And it took you like a whole bunch of time of hurling damage at it until it died? Or were there interesting mechanics? Were there interesting things to learn? Did you have to change your play style for a bit? You know, like I always point to Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda bosses are great because you play Legend of Zelda, you hit the boss, and you got to figure out how you're supposed to actually kill that boss because it's almost guaranteed going to be different than what else you were doing. And that's interesting. But if you just ended up facing an Octorok or whatever that was 20 times the size and shot 20 times the rocks at you and took 20 times the damage, take this Shielded Ether Thief. Ether Swooper this late is perfect for us. This is the most energy I've ever seen in a deck ever in this format. This feels like original Kaladesh here. I do like the Moray, but I think we'll take the Outrider. Yeah, we'll just take the Outrider. You wouldn't expect a bad guy to go down like the rest of the chumps. I mean, I would. Like, let's say I'm playing Red Dead. Why should the bad guy, who is a cowboy dude with a gun, take 50 bullets? You should take one, or you should have to figure out some way of getting to him or something. Did it, got there. Deck is made. Deck is made. We almost forgot, but you saw me in Stream Raiders? Oh, speaking of Stream Raiders, we can probably start this level 1 battle before too long. Get a few more people in here and we'll start up. We're currently talking about boss battles and my controversial opinions on them. We're not going to play anything here. Oh, sorry, there's a Hunt the Week. We are going to play a Hunt the Week here. Forgot what that art was. Mostly just really hard sections of combat. I mean, there's also the possibility that I'm strongly talking about shooting games, right? Like I'm using examples like Deus Ex and Control and etc. And in those games, boss battles are terrible because that's all they ever are. Because there's not, some games can do interesting things with them, but a lot of games just can't. Whereas I think you play a lot more PlayStation style games, whereas I never play PlayStation style games. I've never played a Naughty Dog game. I've never played a God of War game. Those just ain't my jam. Take a Moray, but I don't think we're going to play it. Trade Winds will play for sure. Trade Winds will play. I might actually want a Sage here. We just want to make sure that we have more than enough energy to make these ministers work. So I think I'm happy with another Sage. Yeah, this deck looks really fun. We still have another pack to go. Almost concede. Shooting game bosses mostly suck. And the thing is they don't have to. There are some interesting ones. But I think there is this idea of, Fat Mexican, thanks for the 12-month resub of the 1 year. I think there is this built-in idea from the arcade era, where it was, you need to go level, extremely hard boss fight. And of course, from the arcade era, it was because that extremely hard boss fight would kill you, and then you would have to put in another quarter. That's why during my growing up time of video games, we had to deal with things like lives are something that has no place in video games these days. And continues. Y'all remember continues? Yeah, we'll take another Ether Meltdown here. This deck, is this deck a Kaladesh deck? What in this deck is from Ether Revolt? The Swooper is, right? I think this is. This is a Kaladesh deck. Yeah, we got a whole other pack here. Whole other pack. My Horizon Zero Dawn. I do want to play it, and it's out on PC now, right? Who made Horizon Zero Dawn? Can't remember. This pack's not for us. I don't want the Drake. I don't want the Innovator, and I don't want the Commencement. Yeah, this pack's just not for us. So let's take an uncommon that I probably don't have a playset of. Let's take my first Sly Requisitioner. Sony have owned dev company. So they haven't done anything else. Hey, look, another pack that really doesn't have much for us other than a Prism, which I don't need, but I will often play a Prism if I have a spot. There's a Moray, but don't need an Moray. I don't want a Lifecraft. You could play a Cobra. I like Prism a little bit more. Devs of Killzone? Okay, so they're a very Sony company. Tiger seems fine. Seems fine, but it's not great. Although in our energy deck, I mean, it could work, but it should come back around. It's not a good card. Well, at least our deck was built in pack 1 and 2, because there's not much. I don't hate the select here. So we'll take the select. And I mean, Outrider's not bad either, but I thought we got past an amazing deck in 2 packs, and now it's just not here. This Serpent is doing nothing for us. Like, we're probably having to full cast it, which is not what I want to do. I can get rid of this High Spire. Yeah, we'll take it. I don't think it goes in the deck. Do I want another Leave in the Dust? Probably. If our plan is to just keep ministering them until they're dead, we do want to be bouncing. What's our creature count? 14? So Hunt the Weak still works. I think I can cut this Prism for another Leave. A Tune or a Hunt? I think I want the second Attune. I just want a boatload of energy. Make a whole bunch of servos for chump blocking, maybe grow these or grow that, and of course just churn through their cards. Nothing I want here. We'll take an uncommon. You loved Creeping Mold back in Visions. Creeping Mold was in Visions? Huh. Do I want another Sage? I don't think I have room for another Sage. Maybe over one of these turtles? They're going to block really well, though. Yeah, I don't think I need the third Sage. We'll take this, but I'm not going to play it. And I need what? One more cut? There's a chance it's still a turtle, eh? Maybe it's just this Wanderer. Oh, this reminds me of original Kaladesh. Back on boss fights, you think I need to play one of the good Final Fantasy games? Nope. You think that I need to play one of the good Final Fantasy games from how long ago to be reminded that they're not outdated? My point is that old games use boss fights, and I don't think that newer games should use boss fights. So if an old game has a boss fight, I don't think that proves the point that new games should have boss fights. But I'm also not going to play a JRPG these days. Like, that ain't my jam. Play 15? Eh. Remember being forced to accept that Minister of Inquiries was good? Yeah. By the end of the format, I played it so much. I loved Minister decks and Triple Kaladesh. I don't think it's that easy to get them together here. We got really lucky by getting a pair of them. Like, at least Final Fantasy 15 is an action JRPG, is my understanding. But I played through, other than Kingdom Hearts 3, I still have to start that. I played through the entire damn series of Kingdom Hearts 3. I've had my fill of JRPG stuff. All right, let's do it. Perfect. I love the draft portion of Magic. The draft portion of Magic is awesome. If I didn't have to play Magic, that would be great. There we go. Heck yeah, there we go. Oh, Minister into Minister Attune into just mill. Heck yeah. Boss fight issue ends up like I want games to be walking sims instead of games. I absolutely love the gameplay. I don't want to be brick walled, potentially forever, or potentially for an hour or two or three, because I have to replay a stupid, outdated boss fight forever. Like, that's just a waste of my time. That's the developers not respecting my time. If the intention is that that is explicitly what you're supposed to do, like Dark Souls, sure. But if the intention is that I'm supposed to go through the game and, experience this story and go through this story entirely, and then just because they're, following some outdated, outmoded design decision, that's not fun. That's not good design. Why is my sound so weird? My sound is so bassy. It's so bassy. No, I don't want the Windows 10 crap. Sure, you've got a hawk. I'll mill ya. It's so bassy. Where is the like test thing? There we go. No, I have surround sound. What's going on here? What's going on here, Windows? Why'd you only play 2 sounds? Okay. Okay. Let's drop this theorist past the turn. I want game journalism difficulty settings. I mean, I'm at a point in my life where I don't have time and I don't want to spend hours on a stupid boss. And I especially, Kingdom Hearts 2, don't want to not be allowed to play or finish the game because a boss fight is so stupidly difficult. Like, I did not finish Kingdom Hearts 2. I watched a video of it. Yeah, horror games should definitely not have boss fights. And yeah, like Monster Hunter is designed to be that way, right? All right, I updated Windows. That's the only thing that could have changed. And how am I getting the... Like, my subwoofer's over there. I'm getting... It's like muddy. It's like muddy bassiness. The heck? Updating Windows can absolutely nuke your sound settings, yeah. What the heck? I'm just confused as to what it could be. Yeah, real tech. We'll just pass the turn. We're playing a different game than our opponent here. But it's also definitely nuked my other speakers. Like it doesn't play the center channel or the back left or the back right or the subwoofer. That's weird. That's weird. What do you think about being able to skip boss fights as an accessibility feature? I like that quite a bit. Like Kingdom Hearts should 100% have that. Yeah, Desert DBA knows what I'm talking about. Mill, it's so bassy. It's like a bass boost turned on somewhere. Oh, we need to do that battle too. I'm distracted by so many things happening. Jesus. The countdown of Stream Raiders was like a massive heartbeat. All right, where is... Okay, there's absolutely no sound. That's what it would be, right? It thinks that I'm on dual speakers. It doesn't understand there's a subwoofer, so it's pushing some sort of bass out of my 2 speakers instead of out of the subwoofer. Interesting. You got a tiger? Sure. 5 gold to everybody. Desert DB with 20 gold. Phil with 10 gold. And Raven Knife with a buster. Let's go on to here. And let's mill them. Was that a Gear Hulk? Yep. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Mill them. What are they at? 7 cards? So we just need 1 turn. Cool. GG, opponent. GG. Minister. I'm glad that I got to do the Minister deck at least once. At least it wasn't a Tusker. Could still be in their hand. Could still be in their hand. They got so many rares. GG. All right, so how do I convince Windows that I have a 5.1 setup? That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Heck, I'll bounce your bird so you can't even kill it. All right, properties. Like, y'all know how much I play Arena via sound. The fact that the sounds all sound very different is confusing. I wonder. Huh. Super weird. Super weird. Anyways, we did the thing. We did the thing. I didn't pay attention while doing the thing, but we did the thing. So they've got a Gear Hulk that we have to be afraid of. J.R. Brownie, thanks for that 2-month. Isn't sound off your graphics card? Nope. Sound is off of my motherboard. Oh, they got a fumigate too. So much. So much good stuff. Let's go back in. Yeah, my speakers are plugged into the motherboard. Your graphics card doesn't tend to do audio, really. Because you're... Like, I guess it could... Some video cards can transmit HDMI, but you'd have to be doing HDMI to a TV or a monitor or something. It can happen. There's a way of doing it, but it just wouldn't be the way that I'm doing it because my monitor doesn't have any speakers or anything. I guess we'll have to. I guess we'll have to check it during break. But yeah, it seems to think that I only have a 2-speaker setup, and so I think it's faking bass. I will say it's emphasizing all of these weird background noises that I don't usually hear in Arena. Like there was a weird flapping of wings sound. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Anyways, how are y'all doing? Eddie Trailhawk, you got it. You got it, friendo. Oops, I got another one. What about on the toolbar arrow box? Shouldn't there be an audio icon there? There is an audio icon. That's what I've been working with. Sculptor, sure. I mean, they can heavily race me here. Like, they can super... Why are you now asking me if I'm sure? Of course I'm sure. It didn't ask me if I was sure last game. Weird. Ooh, boy, choices. I almost want to keep the select for inspection up. Yeah, let's go with select for inspection because then we can bounce this in case of fighting. Maybe you wanted to block. It's flying. I can't block. Oh, it probably just automatically does that during block step, even if there wouldn't have been a valid block. It probably does that during declare attacker step because it's like, whoa, hold up, there's a block step. All right, so they're all flying. Good for them. Good for them. I will select your hawk. I'm going to inspect it. Land, I don't really need the 5th land here. Guess it's to reinstall audio drivers. Wouldn't recommend it on stream. That's fair. That's fair. It's just the motherboard drivers, though, right? Like, it's not even like a dedicated sound card or anything. But that will often fix things up. Mill. Let's see that Gear Hulk go away. Well, there's one rare gone. I also need to see them not have a Fumigate. Like, if they have a Fumigate in their hand, we're in trouble. But I guess that's why we have the leaves up. Is it odd you play most games without audio, unless there's NPC dialogue? I know a lot of people do that. I don't tend to because I do try to appreciate the sound design of games usually. Dragster, that's fine. Santa thing. Probably just leave and dust it. We are going to need some more energy here, though. Have music off. I don't usually turn music off, but it was one of the first things I turned off in Arena. Ain't got no need for that. Did you tap both of these things? Let's bounce it. Give me an energy card. That's not an energy card. Get rid of Fumigate, please. We got rid of SRAM. Fumigate, please. Still no Fumigate. I guess we're going to hold up Leave in the Dust. Oh, we've only got one energy left. Let's play the Voyager. They must have selected both creatures to crew because you can overcrew. That is a choice that you can do. You shouldn't, but you can. This is trample, right? So we can start gaining energy back from that. Because we've got to hit him what? 6 more times with ministers, so it's like a 3-turn. Vehicles can also crew themselves. That's true. God, that's so rife for misclicks. Pendulum, you got it. Gain some life, it matters not. All right. Fumigate. Ugh. Well, let's attack for the first time this match. Almost like this set wasn't designed for digital release. It's true. Whoa, you're giving me 2 energy? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. They're just wishing for the release of death. Gonna draw a card, eh? It doesn't really matter what it is. You're tapped out. Don't want to do that. Nope. You certainly don't want to do. You don't want to do any of this that you're doing right here. Our opponent has given up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dang, we take them down to one card, eh? I mean, they're still just dead, but. Ow, ow, ow. Fumigate. Well, there's the. Yeah, there we go. There's Fumigate and the Hulk. They're toast. You tried, deck. You tried to flood me out, but it did not work. Our deck tried its damnedest. Didn't we start with a 1-lander? No, a 2-lander. Yeah, we started with a 2-lander. All right, so we just mill them out here. They have to win this turn or somehow put a card back into their deck. Hunt the week? Nah, it's not happening. Good try, though. Oh, crud. I played suboptimally and didn't do this at the end of their turn. Pretty sure it's fine, though. Pretty sure it's fine. Pass the turn. And they explode. We did it. We did it. I don't have to win any more games this draft. We did it. The deck works. I proved that Minister of Obligations is still, or Minister of, which minister is this? This is not Minister of Obligation. Minister of Inquiries is a real deck. And we got a pack. So we got 17 minutes left on this battle. I need an update. All right. Well, let's update, shall we? Is this update going to screw up my audio too? Me playing suboptimally? You bet. You bet. So while I wait for that Stream Raiders update, what's going on? I hate Windows troubleshoot button. I don't want to click that. No, there should be more doo-doo-doots. All right, let's click this troubleshoot button. YouTube, you'll just deal with this. Not like people are watching on YouTube anyways. No, I don't want to get help. It was a troubleshoot button. You were just supposed to do it for me. You're supposed to do all the work for me. Is audio going through the correct speakers? Yeah, the real tech. I don't want to talk to this robot person. No. No. That's weird. That's super weird. Huh. All right. What haves? What haves? At least it's not clippy. That's true. That's true. All right. So we will start the next match while we wait for Stream Raiders to finish up. Hey, Lego Strike. How's it going? Yeah. So like the output is Realtek audio. Like I haven't touched the back of my computer, so I doubt that like the surround sound speaker plugs have fallen out or anything. I suspect it's the Windows update that did it. Minister, turn 1. Had a phone interview. A guy said his budget for the position in Vancouver for a software engineer is $45K. Yikes. We'll take an island here. Pass the turn. How's the draft going? We are 1-0 with a Minister of Inquiries deck. We attacked, I believe, twice. What were they going to draw? They were going to draw a swamp. But instead, I probably milled them to something pretty good. Let's get a Voyager down. And as long as they don't immediately answer the Voyager or the Minister here, we're in decent shape. $45 in Canada is low. Heck yeah. You're going to Hungry Flames it. That's fair. That's fair, I guess. It's mill away. The mute button goes behind the pyramid. How is that a thing that ever could have happened? Oh boy, Arena. Yeah, we've just got interaction here. So let's just keep interacting. The mill card? Yeah, the mill card. Foundry Screecher, you got it. You got it. Mill, mill, mill. So what have we seen that we care about? A Hungry Flames? Pass the turn. Well, our deck is once again going to attempt to ruin us with Flood. Pia. So she ATBs and she makes a Thopter. You can give an artifact creature expensive fire breathing. You can sack an artifact to make target. Right. Pia's fine. Pia's just okay. So I will select the Screecher here. Let's go to blockers. Oh, I guess it's just the Pia thing that might be holding them up here. They may not have any other trick. Select the Screecher. Yeah, Vancouver's ludicrously expensive. It's one of the most expensive in the world, is it not? Do I want to draw a Malfunction? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Although I am going to need more energy now. How many times during the draft did I say, wow, this has the most energy I've ever seen? We might have to actually recast that Minister just to get the energy. So let's do that. Takes a turn off of milling, but that's fine. Get some energy back, and we get to hold up Leave in Dust. We could also Malfunction Pia. She's just a 2/2. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. LA and Manhattan are worse. Otherwise, it's Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah, Vancouver is absolutely nuts. You're going to Chandra's Revolution that. Well, it was a good try. It was a good try. Thriving Turtle. We found a blocker on the ground. Ouch. All right, let's drop the Minister. Let's drop a turtle. Got energy for days. Speaking of Canada, you've recently been making homemade poutine. Are there any classic toppings besides the obvious sauce and cheese curds? So the traditional poutine is absolutely just gravy and cheese curds. Anything other than that is very, very, very much considered not traditional toppings. But green onions are very common. Smoked meat, any kind of meat, pulled pork is a very common addition. Boy, what is our deck now? Our deck is Don't Die to Foundry Screecher, so we have to have the Malfunction for it. We're not blocking the Bruiser as is, so we need to get a counter on the turtle. Which means we are going to take 3 here. Alley Strangler? Sure. Is it weird that you could see apples added to something like poutine? I had a really good poutine in... I don't understand this attack. In Montreal that was an Asian-inspired poutine. There's our plan. There's our plan. How much more removal can they have? I had a really good Asian-inspired poutine. It was there was lychee on it, and edamame, and carrots, and little shrimp dumplings, water chestnuts. It was really good. All right, they've got more removal. All right. I don't think we're beating a deck. I don't think many decks are beating a deck that has Disintegration, Demolition, Revolution, Hungry Flames. Still want that cheeseburger poutine I had on stream? That was really good poutine. I didn't have the cheeseburger poutine on stream, did I? Because the cheeseburger one was the one that had the ketchup chips in it. I posted a picture of that one. Jalapeno and bacon. Bacon's very common too, yeah. Now, these days, most places you can get anything you absolutely want on poutine. I did order a poutine on stream. I wanted to get the cheeseburger one, but I don't think they had it. Man, what poutine did I order? Oh, I think I ordered. Didn't I order like the Nashville hot chicken poutine on stream? I don't remember. Could you get poutine topped with more poutine? Heck yeah. If you're a Semulin viewer, there's a place here in town where you can get corn dog poutine. Block take 2? Yeah, I got the hilarious jumbo size. It was the wow size. Oh, okay. All right, opponents just got a nutso deck here. Nutso deck. They don't need to see any more of my deck. Nutso deck. Yeah, YouTube, thanks for tuning into the Poutine Talk. Poutine Talk / Removalathon. What poutine? I wonder if I could even guess by looking back at my Uber Eats receipts. But it was a while ago. I will play first. Minister, every single game. Every single game on turn 1. I very rarely ever get the wow size. So actually that's a way of figuring out which one it was. Let's keep scrolling down here. Where am I back to? Oh, there we go. I'm back to like May. Wow size. July 29th. Was that a Wednesday? It was. I got the hot chicken poutine on stream. So it was like Nashville hot chicken, but poutine. So it had chicken and pickles and hot sauce and waffles. How many ministers do I have? 2. It was one that you weren't completely disgusted by, so Nashville chicken seems likely. Yeah. Add it to the Mana Leek wiki. Is this our opponent or is this arena? Should I be restarting? It was our opponent. Okay. Let's attune with the ether. Pass the turn. Don't blow up my dude. All right, there was no removal in that mill, so that feels pretty bad. Let's attune with the ether some more. Pass the turn. The poutineery that used to be in Kamloops did a specialty poutine that was crispy buffalo chicken. Tons of hot sauce, buttermilk ranch. Nice. All right, they got themselves a Screecher. We're going to mill. All right, there's one piece of removal, and we're going to melt down that Screecher. Shielded Ether Thief is pretty decent. Smoked cured salmon, salmon soup Carillion stew, or if you're able to get reindeer, that definitely a reindeer stew. You could also replace the reindeer with elk. Oh, you're talking to Ancient Sword Rage. I've always wanted to try reindeer. Oof. These have not been the best of mills. But yeah, I think any deck that was packing this much removal was always going to be very problematic for our deck. Pass the turn, we get to draw a card at least. Elk and reindeer are basically the same creature, just named by different groups. I think they're a bit different. I've had elk. I've had elk a fair bit. Elk burgers are great. Another Screecher. All right, let's draw a card. Ether Theorist. They're just going to have more removal. Well, let's make them have it. And pop this down. And pass the turn. After Oko got banned, we're all out of elk. Fair. Have to go. That's fair. Thanks for hanging out. Ancient Soul Rage. Daring Demolition. You got it. You got it. Yeah, our opponent's deck is just... they're not screwing around. They just have a very good deck. All right. Let's get the Rhino down. Let's get the Turtle down. Attacking with the Theorist. I guess we're an attacking deck now. Reindeer and Caribou. Yeah, Reindeer and Caribou are the same. Yeah. Yeah, elk is definitely... Elk's much closer to a deer. Reindeer and Caribou are much closer to moose, right? I've never had moose. I've only had moose-flavored things. All right, so we're going to malfunction that dragon. And then we're going to come on and slam. Give them counters. Pass the old turn here. Moose flavored. Yeah, one of the Lay's do us a flavored chips was maple mousse flavored potato chips. They were very good. Very, very good. Yeah, sure. I think this is a race, so let's block. Get an energy. And then we could spend 3 energy. Yeah, I'm not going to spend 3 energy. Ether trade wins, eh? That's interesting. This is permanent, right? So I could bounce the meltdown. Interesting. Interesting. In. Poutine's a Canadian thing? Yeah, French Canadian. So they'll block the Rhino, I assume, with this creature. So now we could bounce the meltdown, put the meltdown on the giant. Bounce the meltdown. Or even just bounce the giant. It says flash, right? Yeah. Heck yeah, it has flash. In. We're not just dead to the giant, so let's drop our Outrider. Our deck has attempted to become an attacking deck. Who knew? So this is what, 6? It's 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have to tap out to play it. We can just trade with Outrider. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be tricky, but I think we'll be fine here. Yeah, squeaky cheese curds. I had fresh cheese curds, like farm fresh cheese curds, when I made that cheeseburger poutine, actually. And they were so squeaky. It was like eating rubber. It sounded like eating rubber. They weren't like rubber. All right, so they scried. Defiant Salvager, so they're getting their blockers ready. Get a counter on there, that's fine. In for 3, that's fine. I can't believe our deck turned around like this. It's crazy. So we can take off 4. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need to have at least one blocker back, which is our 1 turtle here. So they've got block, block, block. So let's go in like that. Give a counter to the turtle. See what their choice is. Squeaky cheese just makes you think of halloumi. Halloumi's also good. Yeah, we flipped from mill to energy counters. Double block. Okay. So you're going to take 7 and go to 4. Okay. And then we're only taking 3. And we get a scry. Okay, Pia gets a couple blockers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll let them play. Oh, they're going to go with Gearsmith instead. Okay. Okay. Getting nothing? Oh, Gearsmith is creature too. Okay. Okay, they got the Dargon back. Okay, pretty sneaky. Pretty sneaky. We are going to have to melt this down. Because we can't handle the flying. All right, so we are still extremely not out of this. We were close, and then they flooded the board. Hunt the week is a start. Is it a finish? What happens if we kill Gearsmith with our turtle, let's say? They block Pima, turtle. They take 1, 2, and go to 2. And then they spend their entire turn playing a giant or a dragon, and they don't have blockers left. Yeah, I think we kill the Gearsmith. Hunt with Pima due to trample and attack with all. So it would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that might actually do it, yeah. I was just like, oh, but they can kill my my Pima Outrider, but they still just die, right? Like they block Pima Outrider with all, they take 4 and more. They block just Pima, yeah, they're dead. Whew. Trample. Trample, trample, trample. Yeah, good call. Good call. I probably would have seen it, but I was distracted thinking about poutine, is the excuse that I'll use. Boy, yeah, we just have to do that again, right? Like, we've got to dodge all that removal. Not much of it's burn either, right? So Revolution is 4, and they had a Hungry Flames, which is 3. So like a High Spire would save a Minister against 2 of their removal spells, but not the other 2+ removal spells. So I don't think we bring that in. Rebuff. No. Yeah, I think we just go back in. I think we go back in. Battle, 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 battle. Oh, right. That's why. That's one of the reasons I forgot. I don't even have Stream Raiders open because we were in the middle of updating it. I remember now. I remember. I should also start researching. Um, Windows thinks speaker thinks I have 2 speakers instead of 5. This doesn't have Minister in it, but I guess we keep it. Oh my God, I did a Google search for a technical thing and it gave me a forum post from 2020. That never happens. Usually you do a Google search and it's like, we have found a solution from Windows 3.1. All right, let's start that battle. Boop. It's not only is it from 2020, it's from September 2020. It's wild. Oh, opponent with the aggro. All right, let's drop our Sage. Battle's going pretty okay. We'll have to see if we can get some of these bigger battles going today or not. Opponent on perfect 3-color mana as well. Are they splashing for like Veteran Motorist? I think they are. JLR with the most kills, Desert DBA with the most assists, 7 gold to everybody. Monks to Hazmat, and gold to Old Man Magic. Let's hop on into here. What was that sound? That was the Veteran Motorist. I'm gonna drop an Archer. Pop your units in every 5 minutes. We'll get back to that battle in a bit. Also, boy, the audio thing. I don't like dealing with different audio sounds. I'm really gonna have to figure out what the issue is here. I don't really want to give them more scries, but why not, I guess. Nope, do not want more lands. Yeah, I might just have to do a driver reinstall. Kambal. They had that black white. Yeah, they had the black white artifact recursion, the gear smith, whatchamacallit. They've got Kambal here. Our opponent's just playing like mono on commons and rares. Meanwhile, I'm playing mono lands. Veteran Motorist, you got it. I think we're in trouble. At least they're almost out of cards, I guess. Let's bounce. They can replay everything, eh? Except for Veteran Motorist, but that's the only thing not attacking. Let's bounce Emerald Bruiser. Take the 2. Ooh. All right, I might just turn the speakers down so I can't hear the weirdness. That Shielded Ether Thief might get us back in for a little bit until their scary stuff shows up. So let's block the Motorist. Get an energy. Do I want to bounce Kambal? Perhaps I do. Ugh. Our deck ain't helping us. Our deck has forsaken us. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lands in our top 16. Let's fight the Bruiser. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. And we kept what? A 5-lander? Yeah, I'll block. Nope. Nope. Block here, take 4, go to 4. Draw a card. Yeah, sure can't afford to cast. Now, is this instant sorcery non-creature? Non-creature? Yikes. Sweaty Bee. I can go to 2 so long as I never cast another non-creature spell ever. Hey, Dykus, how's it going? All right, this creature's also basically the end of us unless we top deck the Voyager. But our deck said no. All right, so let's melt down that. Go to 2. Block. Block. Get energy. Let's draw a card. Ether Theorist. Nope. Voyager dead. Sure. Voyager dead. Why'd you show up this late? Huh? Huh? All right, 1-1. That deck was very good. Very, very, very good. Who let them have that much removal? All right, let's go into match 3 so that I can take a break and figure out what the hell is wrong with my audio. I draw another card. Yeah, that's true. I could have drawn another card, but I don't really care. We were at 2. We literally could not. We had 1 card in our entire deck that would have bought us 1 turn. I don't really care. We're going to play first. That's very bad. I don't like mulliganing, but that's very bad. That works. And I guess we'll just pitch the Rhino because we don't have green. Drop the turtle. Pass the turn. Yeah, our deck heard me talking crap about it, trying to flood us out in match 1. And then it said, hey, watch me. Just watch me. No attacks. Not into a Death Toucher. Druid, sure. Pass the turn, we'll scry. Fretwork. Let's show our opponent why Fretwork Colony is a bad card, shall we? Put it on Fretwork, I dare you. Aw. They didn't do the thing I wanted them to do. Yeah, I'll take a land. And this is why Fretwork Colony is a bad card. That Fretwork Colony doesn't do anything other than lose them a life every turn. Armorcraft Judge, drawing 2 cards. That's fair. That's fair. So they've got one of the counter payoff cards. That's pretty good. They are now going to start coming in with Narnam. That's correct. Scrag in. I don't want a 4th land. Or sorry, a fifth land. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep passing here. I really don't want to draw them more cards. If you play, yeah, if you play the colony, oh, they've got wine. All right, they have the black green deck constructed, and we have stumbled, which means we are in trouble. All right, where are you going to put that counter? On the judge? Yeah, the judge is exactly what I did not want to bounce, but we're gonna. God, Magic, could you just like cooperate with me for once? Let's scry. Yeah, Hunt the Week doesn't do enough. I wanted at some point, but we've also got two attuned, so we'll be shuffling our deck at some point. Um, let's get Shayla down holding up Ether Trade Winds. Nope, 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 nope. Don't skip turn. Don't skip turn. Calm down, Arena. All right, I assume this will just be Judge draw two cards again. Coming in for two. Yeah, I'll keep taking two. Two's not that big of a deal. Not yet. Rishkar Expertise. So they're going to draw five cards. I mean, they're milling themselves, sort of, in a way that I don't want them to, but if we ever find our ministers, they're doing our job for us. But the fact that we have played nothing terribly relevant concerns me. Okay, Hunt the Week might be a good start here. All right, so we will Hunt the Week, bouncing my Sage and their Sculptor. None of this works out well, but like our deck ain't drawing the things that we want. Oh, there we go. I worry if we have time with the amount of counters they're going to start getting. Any trample? No trample, so let's go with a couple of creatures here. Why not bounce the Death Toucher? Because I didn't want this to become a 3/4. Is this another Constrictor? Oh, we're boned. I just want a Chaos Draft. I don't want to play against this synergy garbage. Ugh. Synergy was a mistake. Yeah, their deck is nuts. I guess I'll take 6 this time. What was their draft? No idea. But they are living their best life. You'd Chaos, but you have to gym in 15 minutes. Wow, they're going to push them. Yeah, we're done. We're not going to play the rest of that game. All right, if our deck doesn't cooperate, we're just boned. So that's fun. That's super fun. Let's go back in. Yeah, I don't know that my viewers actually have the wild cards to do chaos drafts the way that Travis does. And I also don't have the viewership to have the downtime that he does. Downtime on this stream. Murders the viewership. Absolutely murders it. It's 90% commons, non-commons. You'd be in for it. Yeah, but then you get like the mythic that you need for your deck, right? And then you have to make it. She'll just not pick rares or mythics that you don't want to craft. I mean, but that ruins the experience, right? Like I want proper drafting. We'll play first. It's not going to work against that deck. This one probably won't either, but we'll give it a go. No, they mulled. There's a chance. And buy us all packs. You have heard the recent discussion of the arena economy and how many packs have to be bought, right? I'm not spending $1,700 on y'all. Rich streamer person. Ah, yes, my dozens of cents that I make off of the ads on Twitch. Let's get in with a counter. See, opponent, I can be a counter deck too. Druid, sure. In. God, there's no chance of us winning this matchup. The only chance is if our opponent completely stumbles. Let's grab an island. And you might notice that we are about to be completely out of gas here. At least they're off black. And the week, pretty good. Rhino, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's keep growing the turtle. Survives Hunt the Week a little bit better. Currently sitting at 46 mythics, 138 rares, 393 uncommons. I'm around there. Second Hunt the Week, okay. Boy, you're going to feel bad when I bounce that, if I can ever do that, by having a second permanent on the battlefield. Oh my god, Magic. Well, they are stumbling exactly the way that we need them to. Exactly the way that we need them to. And I still worry about our likelihood of winning. Can I just get a second permanent this game? Please. Druid, sure. Hey, look, a second permanent. Chump, I like that. I like that quite a bit. You're free to play only, though? Yeah, old man, I think, put some money in. All right. If our opponent stumbles exceptionally badly, we can beat them. So let's hope they stumble to a ludicrous amount. 7 rare, 22 mythic. I think I've got a few dozen rares and mythics. And then hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of commons and uncommons. I almost wonder if there's a point where the numbers break or something. Oh no, they have their other color. Wow. Opponent has had enough of my turtle shenanigans. They have both colors. We're not winning. Have you been underrating the turtle? No. The turtle's not great. It's not bad, and it fits in certain decks pretty decently. But it's not great. Yeah, I'll take 2. High Spire Artisan? Sure. All right, so select will ruin them a little bit. Let's drop our Theorist, get in, and make a dude. It's just going to bounce off the High Spire, but that's fine. But yeah, they're not stumbling. You buy the 20k gem package and play off of it for a few months? Yeah. That's what I've been doing. Maulfist Revolutionary? Sure. Man. So my deck feels like a 100% Kaladesh uh, Minister of Inquiries deck. Their deck feels like a 100% black green Ether Revolt deck. All right, so we'll bounce that colony. Another turtle. Nope. I gotta find the ministers and I gotta start our game plan going. Let's attune. Drop a forest. Can't even attack into that high spire, eh? Yeah, we're just boned. Supremely boned. Yeah, it was handy for slower energy decks, and the energy decks didn't exist as much in Ether Revolt, I don't think. Oh boy. Opponent's playing a different game than us, and we're playing some sort of weird fair game here. Oh, it takes 3, eh? Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Let's take 4. Fretwork back again, sure. Nope. Not allowed to play Magic. Not allowed. Well, at least we had the first fun match with Minister of Inquiries. It can absolutely work, but these two opponents have had very good decks. Let's take another 4. Druid, sure. Yeah, there's no fun in Magic. Magic is a no fun game. It's going to be a Hitman stream from now on. Hitman's a fun game. Magic? Magic's not a fun game. Sure. All right. Bounce. Bounce. No scry with the theorist. Oh, did I forget the scry? Oh well. Don't terribly care. So what would I have drawn instead? Because I would have put that island on the bottom. And instead I would have drawn a Pima Outrider. Yeah, that would have been better. So we're on what? Block, take 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty close to dead. Pretty close to dead. We've got approximately a turn. Nope, sure don't. Whoa. Well, we had the first fun game, or the first fun match with the Minister of Inquiries deck, but Magic once again said, nope, you don't get to have fun today. Thanks for watching, YouTube, and I'll see you all next time on the YouTube videos. And of course, you can come over here on Twitch, where we can chat about fun stuff and discuss the future of not being a Magic content creator anymore.